Hi church, today is day 38 in the 40-day prayer journey. And today we're climbing the watchtower, and it's from Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 1. And the verse says, I will climb up to my watchtower and stand at my guard post. And so what we're thinking about or focusing in our prayers today is that, like watchtower and people in ancient times, watchmen, they would go up into the watchtower around the city, and they would, in the evening and at night, they'd be up in the watchtower and they'd be looking for danger that would come. And they go up there because they could see further, and they'd be by themselves and they could really focus on what they were looking at. And so intercessors, when we intercede to God, we're like watchmen and watchwomen. We see things in the spiritual realm sooner and further. And so in ancient times, watchmen would go up high, and they'd go there by themselves so they could focus on their duty, and they'd be able to watch and be able to pay attention to see if any danger was coming toward the city. And in the same way, we need to pick a spiritual, sacred space where we're free from distraction, we're able to focus in on our prayers to God and be able to focus on God, and where our faith is strong and where we can get good reception. We can listen because nothing is bothering us. And so where we pray is really important, that we remove ourselves from those distractions so we can focus in. The second thing in this is just to circle, in a geographical sense, God's territory. Where does God want to grow his kingdom? You know, even in biblical times, there'd be times that God's people would literally circle or mark a territory where they wanted to see God move. You think about the Israelites coming into the promised land. They circled Jericho and they walked around that area before trying to go into the city, knowing that God was present and seeking God's favor in that battle. You know, in the same way, geographically, we can put our faith into action by physically getting out and praying. If we're praying for our family, well, let's go ahead and pray for our home by walking around our house, either inside and outside our house. If we're praying for our neighborhood, let's get out and walk the neighborhood and pray for our neighbors and circle the neighborhood. We can circle schools and pray for schools and get out and walk around the school and pray for the school. We can walk around our workplace. People don't need to know that we're praying when we walk, but we can walk and we can pray for our workplace and for people in our workplace. And so what I want to encourage you today is go ahead and circle a prayer asking God to work fervently in a specific area. Where do you want to see God work? And then when you circle that, then let's get out and put our faith into action by actually getting out and physically prayer walking in that territory and asking God to move. Blessings.